Polaris's General XP had a major effect on the industry when it was first released because it offered a not yet attempted mix of sport and utility with the bias heavily on the sport side. And it took quite a while for the industry to truly respond to it, but finally both Yamaha and Can-Am did with the RMAX and the Commander. Still, the General XP is the OG in this class. But here's the thing, the General XP is also one of the Polaris side-by-sides that has gone the longest without a major overhaul or update. For all intents and purposes, it is very much the same mechanically as when it was first released. Updates have included extras like Rockford Fosgate stereos, ride command, wheels and tires, and likely the biggest updates it's seen over its lifespan has been the shocks. So here's the question of the day. Is the General XP still good enough to stand up against this competition, or has it fallen behind and is therefore in need of a major overhaul? The General XP came on the scene as an almost 70-30 sport utility side-by-side. Its suspension was heavily inspired by the Razor, yet it retained a large dumping cargo box with a 600-pound capacity and a 2-inch hitch receiver with a tow rating of 1,500 pounds. Its rider ergonomics are far more upright than a Razor, yet still more reclined than a Ranger, and it looks more like a little pickup truck than it does either a sport or utility side-by-side. Its ride quality, thanks to double A-arms front and rear that produce 14 inches of travel, was always very plush. Initially damped by a set of Fox QS3s, all three trim levels of the 2024 General XP are now damped by a set of Walker Evans Velocity Series shocks, which, make no mistake, are highly capable and adjustable top-of-the-line shocks. Powered by Polaris's 999cc twin-cylinder engine that makes 100 horsepower, the General always seemed to be just slightly on the edge of underpowered, yet not in a way that makes it not fun to drive. The Sport model, which is the most affordable General XP in the lineup, is still very impressively equipped and doesn't seem very base model at all to me. It's got the Walker Velocity shocks, 30-inch Pro Armor Crawler XG and XGF tires wrapped around 15-inch aluminum wheels, a sport front bumper, sport roof, and a 4,500-pound winch. Premium models like this one get Stage 1 Rockford Fosgate audio systems, rear view mirrors, and a padded center console. And when you upgrade to the Ultimate model, you get Stage 4 Rockford Fosgate audio and ride command. Now let's get back to our initial question. Is the General XP still a contender in its class? And the answer is an absolutely yes. The General XP still offers an exciting and playful driving experience that is, at minimum, every bit as good as its competition, but in reality, better in many ways. This class of side-by-side isn't really designed to slay trails at 60 miles an hour, but what it is designed for is spending long days in the driver's seat and getting you into remote, more untouched locations in complete comfort. The high doors keep you clean and protected from debris. The 30-inch Pro Armor tires keep you hooked up and rolling over any obstacle, while the Walker Velocity shocks can be tuned to offer whatever level of ride quality you're looking for. Stiffer if you want to ride faster, or incredibly plush for the ultimate and all-day comfort. The large cargo box is also great at allowing you to take everything you could possibly need with you, no matter where you go. I've spent a lot of time exploring in a General XP, following dirt roads and trails I've never been down, exploring further than I've gone before, and finding new incredible places I've never seen. It's always been my go-to vehicle for rides where I'm not trying to burn the lugs off the back tires around every corner. I find I'm always impressed with how easy it is to have fun in the General XP, not just because it is fun to drive, but because it's so comfortable. And because it's so capable. It can be easy to forget just how functional the General XP is with its cargo box and 2-inch hitch receiver. At the end of a long day of ripping around on the trails, you can go home and still get some work done around the house. When you sit down and actually think about what most people do with their side-by-sides, it becomes pretty clear. The General XP is a way better choice for most non-desert riders than a Razor. Now with all that said, and while the General XP truly is great just the way it is, Polaris rarely lets a side-by-side model sit very long before they do an overhaul. Customers are constantly demanding newer and better, and the General has been the same for a very long time. Add to that the fact that with the introduction of the Expedition XP, Polaris now has multiple model options with incredibly similar specifications in a category once exclusive to the General XP. So here's my final question. Should Polaris give the General XP an update or a complete overhaul, or just leave it alone? From our perspective, an updated General XP with the updated style and mechanical underpinnings of the new Razor XP would be fantastic. as would a bit more power and the option of dynamic suspension. But would this be enough to keep general buyers interested, or will the Expedition XP become the more attractive option?